2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Windsor Gardens or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
Now, this is a new segment.
We have an opener, and that's how new it is.
Oh,
Ready?
is that? Oh, really? Okay.
Let's have a listen.
Dumbass Anonymous.
Okay, I like it. So, cone of silence.
Yeah. So 132410. Firstly, this is your safe space to tell us your dumbass moments.
Yeah, have you been a dumbass and, maybe you've been keeping it K5, you've been keeping it to yourself, you did something really silly, but you just want to tell someone about it.
Yeah. No one's going to hear.
It's okay. This is a safe space. We'll put you into the cone of silence.
Yeah, so no one else hears it. So
No, once we go into the cone, it's just going to be the 4 of us here.
Yeah.
Okay? But we've brought Alicia in because, Alicia, what was your dumbass?
Hang on. Should we go into the cone of silence?
You got to go.
We bringing Alicia
please.
in. I thought we'd leave
What is going
Alicia out.
Oh, that's a good point.
For the listeners
Yes.
to hear.
Are you okay with that, Alicia?
That's a good
Yes.
point.
Oh, so,
Yes.
yeah, I'll
you're
put
going
myself
public.
in, just for the listeners.
You're
I'll
like
put
the
myself in.
sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now,
So I'm Alicia, and I'm a dumbass.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
My dumbass moment was on Monday, I believe it was, and I was driving through the city, and I Siri texted our big boss man, Buzz, middle management,
Second man on the moon.
second man on the moon, to say, Buzz, I'm seeing signs around the city giving a warning out for the 13th of April. There's another major cyclone event happening.
Wow.
It's the first I've heard of this.
What did your boss say back to you, Alicia?
He said, let me check on that for you for a second. And then he comes back 5 minutes later. Alicia, it's a major cycling event.
A cycling.
I misread the sign at least 2 or 3
It was
times.
a cycling event.
Right.
Cycling event.
they weren't advertising the fact that there was a huge cyclone event coming in September. It was a cycling event.
Cycling
Did
event.
Buzz call you a dumbass at that point?
He
should have.
Yeah.
No, I've done the Rise Leadership program, guys.
Oh,
Cohort
nice.
2.
Yeah.
So I've learned not to say that sort of stuff.
Praise sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, blue Ellis. So I'm trying to get more in the blue than the red.
Instead, you just we're going to make this a segment called Dumbass
Yeah.
Anonymous.
Very passive aggressive on my
What
part.
we're going to do. All right. So a slight mistake, Alicia. Cycling and cyclone, very big difference.
But then less than 24 hours later,
Another one.
Oh, dear.
another one
Oh, gosh.
happened.
Okay.
It's like confession.
It's been a
It really is.
it's been a lovely week here in Brisbane, and I thought I'd post a white girl Instagram story of me sunbathing, saying really enjoying spring being back. And I got a barrage of messages saying, Alicia, it's autumn.
It's autumn,
Oh, my-
you dumbass.
Yeah.
It's autumnal.
Well,
So
well,
this is-
this is a safe place for Alicia. We aren't judging.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah, the segment's called Dumbass.
Yeah.
And you're on it.
You are it.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
Dumbass Anonymous.
Dumbass Anonymous.
Yeah, this is the segment where we get you to call up, tell us your dumbass moments. It is a safe place, and we will go into the cone of silence as well to make sure no one else hears it.
So for the rest of you, you'll be hearing Tina Rena's Sorrento Moon, our emergency backup song, just while we go quickly into the cave.
Should we
Into
drop
the
in
cone.
into
The cone of silence.
Yeah.
Geez, it's been a while.
Not the cave.
Yeah, not
No.
the cave.
Jeez, we're not giving away prizes yet. No. All right, cone of silence. Are you ready? Big breath in. All right. Are you doing the gear with the cup?
Hello? Have we got anybody here?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Who's that?
I can't tell you my name, can I?
No, we win the cone of silence.
No, we're in the cone of
You can tell
silence.
us your
can
name.
introduce
Okay.
It's
yourself.
a safe
cool.
place.
No one else hears.
You know what to say.
Okay. My name's Yvette.
Hi, Yvette.
Okay.
Hi. Yes, I feel pretty silly. we're now husband and wife, but when I was first going out with my husband, we had only been sort of going out 6 months or so. I was pretty naive anyway and believed most things he said, but he said to me one day, we were going through Burpengary, and he said, Yvette, do you know how Burpengary got its name? I said, oh, no. How do you know that? He goes, oh, it's a legend. He said, it's a myth. I said, oh, okay. He said, there's a guy that lived in Burpengary called Gary, and he burped a lot, and that's how they got the name Burpengary. And I believed him. I was hook, line and sinker. I believed him, and he sort of strung it on for a day or so until, he heard me telling someone, and he's like, Yvette, no. He said, I was joking about that. He said, seriously? And I said, oh, my God. And like I said to the lady before, I just believe what people tell me, but
it makes you a dumbass. It makes you a dumbass, just in that situation, though. But that's what we're here to share.
Exactly. And we shall call it Burping Gary.
Do you feel better now, Yvette, having told us that and got that off your chest?
Yes, I do, but no, I felt pretty stupid at the time. But hey, I was only 17.
Thank you for sharing.
Right. Who's that? Okay. Who else is that over in the corner there? Who's that?
Is that Al?
How you going?
Al, how are you?
No, this is Mr. A.
Yeah.
Mr. A.
Again, you're in the cone of silence, so it's only us hearing it, buddy. But Mr. A.
Hi,
Okay.
Mr.
Hi, Mr. A.
Hi, Mr. A.
What's your dumbass moment?
Well, I got a beautiful partner who is a little bit sort of naive and comes from a very religious family. Anyway,
you have to say she's beautiful. We're in the cone of silence.
She can't hear you.
Yeah. She can't hear you, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So be honest. Please be honest with us,
Wicked
Mr. A.
combination, by the way, Al. All right.
Yeah, she has to wear a bag during the bedroom times. But anyway,
We didn't say go that far, mate.
You know the cone of silence isn't actually real. We're holding cups
I'm
to our
liking your
mouth.
style, Al. Yeah,
Maybe
keep
she's
going.
wearing a bag so she can't see Al.
Okay, yes.
That's what it is.
Good recovery,
Mr. A.
David.
Sorry, Mr.
Mr.
A.
A.
Yeah.
Tell us
Anyway.
your dumbass moment.
Anyway,
for my birthday, she said, "Oh, what do you want for dinner?" And I said, "Oh, I'd love a raw dogging for dinner." Anyway, I get home that night.
Yeah, good thing we're
it's
in
a
the
cone of
cone.
silence.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
I get home at night with her and her religious family sitting at the table, and she had hot dogs. And anyway, she goes, "Oh, this is his favourite meal. He loves raw dogging."
You got yourself there, Al. You got yourself a keeper, my friend. You got yourself a keeper.
You say the wildest things in the cone of silence, actually.
Let's get out of the cone of silence
I'm not
before we get in trouble.
I don't feel
let's-
comfortable with you guys. To be honest.
There you go. Tina Arena, Sorrento Moon.
Yes.
The Ash, Lutzi, and Nikki Osborne snack box.
I got some Jack Black performance from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
Well, some of his shtick. Here it is.
I'm back on Saturday Night Live again. Jack Black. I'm hosting Saturday Night Live again. 20 years ago, I hosted this African show. And then I did some indie films, maybe you did not know. Chugga ring ding digga digga dig, like Jumanji. And don't forget Super Mario Wii. And don't forget Kung Fu Panda. I played Poe. And don't you dare forget Nacho.
He's great, isn't he?
Indie films.
It kicks back in. The whole production goes for about 3 or 4 minutes. A marching band ends up coming out onto the stage.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he says, I'm 55 now. Like, it was the best start. It was so good.
We'll have to throw that on our socials.
There's people, I saw the other day, someone with some degree of substance said that he's got one of the best rock voices ever. Yeah, he's got a great voice.
You listen to how much he was just absolutely smashing that out of the park.
Yeah.
Hey, so I saw that on socials yesterday. I don't know if you've got a piece there. I sent it to Dylan last night, but it's doing the rounds at the moment in the wake of the big stock market crash, Trump introducing all of these tariffs and, what potentially could happen. And they say this is a scene from Ferris Bueller.
Oh, yes, I saw this.
The movie back in 1985. It's a scene where they're in the class and every student is just looking at the teacher. Like,
It's a famous scene.
They nailed it. Not one kid, not one student in the class is interested.
No.
can answer a simple question. The passionless teacher is up there just reciting this stuff, and it all pertains exactly with what's going on with Trump at the moment.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the the Great Depression, passed the the tariff bill, the Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act, which raised or lowered tariffs in an effort to collect more revenue for the federal government. Did it work? Anyone? Anyone know the effects? It did not work, and the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression.
Very good. What year was that?
85, I think, was Ferris Bueller.
It's such a cool scene, that.
Anyone?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
I'm trying to find something else to get to start watching on Netflix. I need a new series or something.
Yeah.
So at the moment, I'm kind of just flitting around and I'm watching old films that I've never seen.
Yeah, the classics.
Yeah. And then last night I watched Legends of the Fall. Have you ever seen that?
Daniel Day-Lewis? No,
Brad Pitt. Young Brad Pitt. Where's Mitch when you need him? Yeah.
Oh, he's in New Caledonia.
Yeah. And for some reason, I always thought Legends of the Fall was a fishing movie.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
I thought...
So they go fishing over a waterfall. And they catch a mackerel.
Yeah.
In a world. It's a great premise. I mean, let's not rule it out.
And I reckon I heard about 20 years ago, or whenever that film came out, I was like, I want to watch it.
In a world where salmon
yeah, that's what I thought.
jump over waterfalls.
Swims upstream.
Yeah.
One man.
Brad Pitt. That's what I thought it was.
Brad Pitt as the
Has
mackerel.
Has he ever been in a salmon fishing movie? Honestly, I thought it was it was going to be a fly fishing movie about salmon. I'm only halfway through it, I'll say.
There was a movie called
Salmon
Fishing in the Yemen, but I don't know. Was that about fishing?
It was about a salmon.
Was that George Clooney?
Was Brad Pitt in it? Where's Mitch when you need him? Fair dinkum.
And I can see a river runs through it and by the sea.
A river runs through it.
Well,
that's not Legends of the Fall. So anyway, but that's
Legends of the Fall. In my mind, it was like back in the day, sort of, America in the deep old past. Like,
well, they go to World War One. It's about now I'm confused about
American Indians and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I watched. I watched this movie and I was like, this isn't fly fishing. This isn't. But it's about three brothers who get sent to World War One. They nominate to go to World War One.
Jack Black as the bear.
Oh, did you see Jack Black hosting Saturday Night Live?
No.
Oh, it was brilliant. I must have been just from the last weekend, but he hosted it for the second time, 30 years or 20 years from when he originally did it. He's 55 now. He puts on a musical act at the start. It's absolutely brilliant.
I have to find some audio of that.
You have to check it out. It's so good.
Legends of the Fall, the musical.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
We were going to go up and see my old man up in Cairns for Easter, for the actual Easter.
So when is Easter? The middle week of
Easter is like a week from sort of Thursday,
a week from tomorrow.
Good Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. So Good Friday is a week tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Well, week Friday, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and our plans have just changed because now we can't go to Cairns because of blah, 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 up in Cairns, Dad's, whatever.
Yep.
That's off the table. And so now we're looking for somewhere to go. But we're going to be in Harvey Bay and we're going to have Sonny Bill. He comes with us to Harvey Bay. So trying to find accommodation now, David, sort of last
with
minute
the dog.
with the dog. And of course, and so you've got to go into the pet friendly type deal.
Oh dear.
And I just feel like saying to these people, and I get it because do you
allow it at Hartwood?
Who's
we don't
these people?
we don't we don't allow it.
Why don't you allow it
at Hartwood? Because you go, well, the dog's in the house and the dog, it'll be dragging stuff in, shedding, making a shedding, and potentially worse. Like you get all of these. All of
bugs
these
and stuff,
ideas in your head that the dog's going to be feral and all the rest of it.
Yeah, pooing and.
So it's very good. I'm Yeah, exactly, Lutzy. You think, that's going to happen. But I'm feeling saying to these people, it's not Sonny Bill. Like, Sonny Bill.
That's what everyone says.
He's 13 years of age.
Not Hitler. He doesn't do that.
He's got bad hips.
German Shepherd.
Okay, he might shed a little bit. But honestly, he would cause less damage to a place than any of my kids. You know what I mean? He treat it with more respect. But literally goes and lies on the floor. That's all that he does. In front of the television, he sits there and lies on the floor. He is completely toilet trained. You know,
I mean,
he would.
I know.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
And then the Gumbeldicks rock up next week with their Rottweiler.
They rock up and they've got the one, and it causes all the trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, and you know what? And I wouldn't. The thing is, if it was Airbnb and it said, "Oh, we're pet friendly," I'm like, I ain't staying there. I'm going to get bloody some sort of rash.
Yeah.
From some dog. Yeah. Sleeping in the bed with the Gumbeldicks.
And they charge you for it. That's like if it's pet friendly.
Bruce and
Gwenda. But in our house, Sonny Bill causes way less mess
than an Archie. Well, he's not toilet trained yet. In fairness, what time you got that fixed?
You're talking about Archie.
Archie,
right?
The kid's 13.
No, I say put the kids in a kennel and let me have Sonny Bill in the unit.
Okay. The Ash, Lutzy and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.